Is it really a shock that everyone has a better SkyPanel than ARRI right now? The SkyPanel has been dominating for almost 8 years now with no predecessor. So it's definitely worth talking about some of these amazing alternatives, one of which comes from Nanlux, the sister company to Nanlite, which I talked about on my channel when they debuted their new PavoTube 2s back in 2021. Nanlux is the professional premium brand of the parent company Nangguang that is quickly becoming known for their very high quality, yet very affordable lights. If you haven't been following the LED race closely, Nanlux and Aputure are both relatively new players who are leading the way among non-major companies as they compete for the low, middle, and now high-end film and TV markets. The competition is extremely exciting because they are pushing each other to deliver that production quality that students and independent filmmakers dream of when they first start out, but for crazy affordable prices. This development is causing an intriguing disruption in the professional film space, even on major Hollywood film sets. So what am I talking about today? The Dyno 650C and 1200C. Both of these are RGBWW soft panel lights. They have everything you are accustomed to having or wanting in a soft panel light. They can be put in different light modes such as CCT, HSI, RGBW, XY, gel mode, which has the calibrated Lee library of gels, and effects mode, of course, where it has 15 pre-programmed effects. They are fully tunable between 2700 Kelvin to 20,000 Kelvin, have a very intuitive back panel interface, hardline DMX in and out, Bluetooth for control through the NanLink app, 2.4 gigahertz for use with their wireless remote control, and Lumen Radio's CRMX built into them for all the pro users out there. Plus, they're flicker-free, even dimmed, for at least several thousand frames a second. That is a lot of bang for your buck, especially at $4,000 for the 650C, which you can see here at B&H. The Dyno 1200C has an even more impressive price point, coming in at $7,600, which is 60% cheaper than an ARRI S360. And we haven't even talked about how the 1200C has more output. Plus, Nanlux sells barn doors, egg crates, space light adapters, and rectangular and octagonal softbox attachments for cheap, which is a relief to those owner ops who are too often surprised by the cost of a light's accessories that you need for different shooting scenarios. But before I dive deeper into the features, let's first start with the housings. Both the 650C and 1200C are very robust with metal housing, reinforced rubber corners, safety points, and a well thought out ballast situation because of the nice stand clamp they provide. Neither fixture is IP rated, which is a bit of a bummer, but every light comes with a 3-year warranty, and Nanlux has set up coast-to-coast repair partners, so you're in very good hands. Plus, the fans could not be easier to maintenance. You just pop them out with 2 screws, clean them or replace them, and bam, you're back in business. The only possible downside for the 650C is that it is heavy. Then there's the ballast, so although it may be a con for those hoping to have the ballast integrated into the fixture, you really want it to be separated to save on the weight if you're gonna rig this thing in the air. Unlike some soft panel lights, the tilt lock is only on the right side of the 650C, which is actually nice because you aren't having to tighten 2 clamps to secure the fixture in place, and you can see how this can easily be converted to a pole-operated version, which Nanlux also sells for those TV studios looking for a cheaper S60 or S360 that can fit within their workflow they know and love. And these definitely deliver. While you don't have pixel control, they do their jobs as soft panel lights very well. If you're operating the fixture locally, you'll appreciate how easy it is to navigate the back panel. Granted, it's definitely meant for this fixture to be mounted at head height or higher, so tweaking the settings can be a bit tricky when it's used for uplighting. But nowadays, many of us run some sort of console or wireless control to our lights, such as blackout. So once you've initially set up the fixture, you're rarely messing with the onboard controls. Even if you don't have a console, throw this on the NanLink app directly to your phone via Bluetooth and take control. Regardless, choosing the mode couldn't be easier. The left dial is always intensity, while the right two navigate between the other parameters. Some modes like CCT and HSI have clickable jump points, so I can tap the center button and get to our standard CCTs or hue values for quick access. If you like what the light is set to, tap preset, then long press it again to save a user preset, which can easily be recalled at any time. Then hold lock to lock the back panel to avoid any accidental adjustments. The settings menu allows you to turn on and off the wireless modules independently, and of course gives you access to all the usual functions of setting the DMX mode, address, dimmer curve, smoothing, and more. Now there are two settings you have to pay particular attention to when setting up this fixture because they greatly affect the output of the light: the CCT lighting mode and the fan. The CCT lighting mode allows you to get 30% more output out of the fixture by putting this in boost mode, but it reduces the CCT range from 20,000 Kelvin to 7,500 Kelvin. So if you don't need that high range, I just keep this in boost mode all the time. The fan setting has three options: full, half, or off. Off is always ideal when close to talent and sound, but you're going to reduce your output to 45% of what the light can do so that it doesn't overheat. Fan at half speed allows you to get up to 75% of the output, but it's still pretty loud in my opinion. Ideally, they would have some sort of auto mode, which it seems like most lights have these days, but right now they don't. Oh, and the fan on the ballast of the 1200C never turns off. Depending on the combination of these two settings, you get some drastically different output, which you can see in my chart. For the Dyno 650C at 5600 Kelvin, these are the ranges and foot candles I got at both 3 meters and 5 meters here in my studio for both the standard diffusion and their intensifier. I think if you were to compare this to an S60, you'd be pleasantly surprised at how much output you can get out of the Dyno 650C. The Dyno 1200C outshines the ARRI S360s that I've personally encountered and tested. Furthermore, the Dyno 1200C boasts a compact size of 27 inches by 32 inches, weighing just 65 pounds, compared to the S360's larger dimensions of 44 inches by 63 inches at a whopping 91 pounds. This means that, if you had to, the Dyno 1200C could be lifted by one person if you're like an owner-operator and need to take this in and out of your car for shoots, whereas you are most definitely not doing that with an ARRI S360. So where do I see these lights fitting in the market? The Dyno 650C serves as an excellent alternative to the SkyPanel S60, particularly for owner-operators, low-budget shoots, commercials, and studios seeking pole-operated versions. However, I don't expect it to dominate the big union sets considering the substantial investment rental houses have made in the SkyPanel inventory over the past 8 years. With the rising popularity of the Vortex 8 and its IP65 rating as its replacement, the Dyno 650C may not steal the spotlight, but it is undoubtedly a great fixture that deserves recognition. Now with the Dyno 1200C, Nanlux has brought a compact powerhouse to the market, redefining what a big light can be. Its impressive size to output ratio makes it an incredible fixture for every production. Owner-operators will love this, and if rental houses embrace its greatness, I think this could easily overtake the ARRI S360 rentals on big union shoots because output matters when it comes to big lights. And although the 1200C doesn't have the same light aperture as the ARRI S360, which could be a debate among gaffers and DPs, it's definitely brighter. Now the question remains, how will 50 of these lights perform on a job? Because it wasn't until I had 60 S360s that I noticed the incredible inconsistency between heads due to their light engine versions. As Nanlux strives to conquer the big leagues, we eagerly anticipate whether they have truly mastered the art of manufacturing with their game-changing innovations and consistent quality. That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please tap that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.